Welcome back, everybody, and we got news, I guess. GQuuuuuux episode 8 celebration, free pilot. Woo! In case I haven't said it already, I hate GQuuuuuux, so the more episodes come out, the more I have this say, and especially for this character, probably the worst, one of these worst ones. But that is different from the pilot. I mean, the skills and whatnot. We'll talk about this real quick. Issue with the gun barrel dagger, bulk development. Level for the materials required to develop gun barrel dagger displayed was incorrect. We changed the required level from 25 to level 30. The necessary unit used material will be obtained at over level 30. Therefore, there is no increase in the necessary unit upgrade data for the development of the gun barrel dagger. Fix of the issue. Due to this issue, just basically it would become level 25 and it should be level 30. Cool, I guess. That needed an issue, I guess. But hey, anyway, sidetracked. GQuuuuuux episode 8 celebration. Nyann. Woo! GQuuuuuux series type attack. Increased damage level 3. That's 15%. Solid. Increased melee level 3, I think that's also 15%, very solid. And affinity mostly Gundam GQuuuuuux. There's not a lot of GQuuuuuux suits, so yeah. 300 diamond, that's more appealing to me than the pilot, but she does seem pretty solid skill wise despite that. Watch it on Prime, unfortunately. Gifts. Let's accept her real quick. Unfortunately, I might as well just leave her there, but we get gems for doing this, so we might as well accept it. How much do we get for that actually? 50. Better than nothing. I think I still have my noise on actually. Let me fix that. For some reason voice is at 10. Weird. Let's go back. Alright, since we got 2 single, might as well do it. If I get Zeta, I'll retort everything I said about Nyann. Nope. I still haven't gotten Zeta, by the way. 115 multis and only the O twice, so very nice, very solid. But let's go over her stats and skills, I suppose. Character, where is she? Sure are getting a lot of GQuuuuuux characters now. No suits to use them now, weirdly. I guess they're saving that for later. Let's try to find GQuuuuuux. There it is. Yep, we got quite a number of them. Here's Nyann, everybody's favorite. She actually has really solid skills just right off the bat. Holy moly. MP is stupidly good. You can use it 2 times and then get the 30%. Increase critical rate by 30%? What the heck? That's really good. She has really solid skills right off the bat, I'll tell you that. Ability. Increase own damage dealt by 15%, really good. Melee 15%, also very good. And then Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuux units, damage dealt to enemies by 10%, reduce damage taken by 10%. So that's already a 40% damage increase if you're using a melee suit. Obviously, you want to use the GQuuuuuux of her. She's a melee. Actually, she's a little bit of both. She has 93 range and 93 melee. Only one chance that, what does it say about her? Well, I guess they actually gave her, a bio. Is this a spoiler? No. But I guess I just haven't been paying attention to the series. I know I hate it, but I only seen the minute parts. GQuuuuuux, Gundam, MP, boost critical, abilities. We talked about that. I have watched the series. It's just every time she's on screen, my mind just goes blank. I really don't like this character at all. But aside from that, every time I see her, I lose my train of thought. I'm just like, hell no. Gallery, let's check her full stats. Should be here in the GQuuuuuux section. Details. Max upgrade, yeah, she is a melee character. Her range is still pretty solid otherwise. Defense is on the lower side, but she's an attacker, so that's fine. But yeah, she will excel in melee more than ranged. Like I said, you want to run her with GQuuuuuux. I think the main problem with the GQuuuuuux units is obviously we don't have a lot of GQuuuuuux units. They give us these pilots, but there's not enough suits to use them with to get the full benefits. Yeah, you can use them without the GQuuuuuux suits, of course, but if you want their full potential, you obviously want to run them with GQuuuuuux. I know they're just probably saving it for later, but you know, we're episode 8 already and the hype might die down, so you can keep releasing the pilots. I think it's just more because they don't want to make any new animations, but other than that, yeah, funny, they give us more pilots, but they just don't give us enough suits to at least make the GQuuuuuux available to get again, instead of just only one time. Because she seems like she really wants to use the GQuuuuuux. She's basically just Machu. I'll actually compare them real quick, just because they're doing a lot of the same. She has sway and attack boost, which you could argue is more valuable than MP or critical rate. They're both really damn good, their abilities. Like, they both have really good kits, but they're both doing different things. I guess, like, kind of in the show. Chance step 1, you could argue that's a lot better. Melee by 15%, and then damage dealt to enemies by 10%. Plus you have to put in the attack burst, so that's 15%, and then another 15%, and 40%. I think they basically have these same attack stats at that point if you're running her full potential and Machu's full potential. 15%, 15%, yeah, they both have 45. I think it's just more of what do you value more? Do you value the extra MP up to get your 30% damage up right off the bat? Or do you value Machu's chance step? Because with her chance step, she'll get the MP super tension up, but her turns will already be done by then. But with Nyann, you get it right off the bat, but you don't get the attack, but you get a critical rate burst, 30%, which is no small matter. That's still really solid. It's more RNG. I think as a main attacker, like boss battles, she'll do better when chance steps aren't, useful. I think for like Eternal Road, she'll be a lot better than Machu if you're using Machu as a pilot. But then again, Machu also has the sway, which is a stupidly good skill for Eternal Road as well. It's basically a free getaway card, so it's really up to you. Machu has more melee damage but less range and defense, while Nyann in her max level, she had like 430-ish defense. She has more defense, less melee, but slightly more range at the end. So it really is up to you to use what you want. I guess you could also run her with the Red Gundam as well, but they both seems like she wants to go full melee. And while it does have the Gundam hammer, whatever hammer, it's not really your main damage dealer for this thing. You're not really going to prioritize using the hammer. It does decent damage, especially at max level if you got that, but the GQuuuuuux is just going to do a lot more. It's a melee suit, it's built for melee, as you can see. So yeah, you want to run it with GQuuuuuux or any melee unit. GQuuuuuux for her full potential, but it's fine if you don't want to do that. You can run her with any other melee suit. So yeah, that's just my opinion though. That's just from what I see on paper, how to get the full benefits of her. She seems really damn good. If you manage to get the critical and then MP, use that first, then critical, it seems like she's gonna be a heavy hitter. But with Machu, I think Machu just has more survivability. With her sway, she can at least dodge one heavy hit and all that. That might be beneficial to you. Like I said, they're both really solid right now I think you kind of have to choose which one you would want to use with the GQuuuuuux, because they both seem like they want to get it, just like in the show. Hard. But yeah, it really is up to you. Fortunately, there just isn't enough GQuuuuuux variety to get their full potential from the suits. But yeah, she is really solid. I still hate her character, but on paper she seems really solid. She seems better than, well, Shigo, it's like pure damage. She's also 45% right here, and then 15% attack burst. So technically Shigo will do the most damage off base. Nyann will do more damage if her critical lands, and if you have the MP up, that's already at 30% up, and then the critical, and if it lands. And then Machu is more versatile. She'll also do some pretty high damage with her attack burst and all that, but you have to account for the extra chance step and the sway. So yeah, just comparing these three attackers, she'll do the most damage if everything goes in order, if everything goes her way. She'll do the most. By the way, they're all melee characters, of course, so you want to run them with melee suits like Epion or GQuuuuux and whatnot. She'll do the highest damage. She'll do the highest damage if crits are in order, if everything is in order. She'll have more survivability and more versatility, I guess, while also doing pretty high damage, but not as high as those two. But there's more requirements for these guys, and Machu is just more versatile with her chance step and whatnot, just from what I'm reading on paper, you know. But yeah, that is her pilot. Seems really solid. Still hate her character, but seems really solid for any melee unit that wants their critical base and all that. I guess you could even run her with the S Gundam, since that has stupidly high crit, or the crossbone. I'm not sure if you should though, because the pilot is already better than her in every way. I can't think of any other crit units at the moment other than Zeta and Crossbone. They both have their own respected units, pilots though, so like, why would you run a slightly worse version? Yeah, that's Nyann. Other news, Plasma, the main theme song, is in the game. For a YouTuber playing this, obviously not a good idea. I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted. So we'll go into the battle, see if it plays for like 2 seconds. I'll risk my luck there. And yeah. Alrighty, I'm probably gonna regret this, but let's see if it plays. Nope, no. So yeah, it does actually play the full TV version of the song, the 1 minute 30-second version if you just leave it on. The problem is if you attack with any other unit, it gets out, so it only works when you're attacking with GQuuuuux units, pilots I mean, and if you attack with anybody else, then the music just gets off. So kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. Just keep the music permanent out, since this is a time thing. Apparently it's going to end at the end of June, I believe. Yeah, end of June. So why even make it a thing when you're not even going to barely hear it? Kind of weird. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Take care.